boys and girlies! It's been a hot while. I feel like it's been 2 weeks or a week and a half since I last vlogged. The last week was really busy. My parents were in town. They helped me carry some stuff over from Singapore, and yeah, I was just trying to spend some time with them, meet them for meals. I think a highlight was going to the Taronga Zoo, which is like the main zoo in Sydney. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna show you some videos here. I especially appreciated how much the zoo invests in wildlife conservation. They really advocate for it. It's also nestled on the shores of Sydney Harbour, so you can appreciate stunning views of the city skyline and the iconic Opera House. It was especially iconic during the bird flight show because at the very end, like, the birds would fly across the skyline. It was such a view. I typically don't enjoy visiting zoos because I tend to feel a little bit bad for the animals, but the habitats here were so thoughtfully designed, basically allowing animals to roam in environments that mimic their natural surroundings, which made it quite a joy to explore. So I would definitely recommend visiting the Taronga Zoo if you're ever in Sydney. Apart from just spending time with my parents, my aunt and uncle who live in Melbourne, they're Aussie, they came to Sydney, so we spent a bit of time with them. We met them for dinner. It was a really nice dinner. Photo here. Yeah, it was just really nice spending time with family in a foreign environment, so I was kind of trying to soak that in, and also I feel like I had a lot of processing to do. I feel like the first few days when I just flew over, when I was settling in, I was so elated, so happy, but I wasn't like processing all the change. So my body needed a couple of quiet days by myself, basically not talking to a camera and not really talking to that many people back home. Yeah, and just really acclimatizing, which I think has gone pretty well. Another massive highlight of last week was that I went on my first group ride with Rafa. It was a 101 type of ride, so basically an introduction to group riding and etiquette, how to listen out for commands, shout out commands on the road. Yeah, so we just did like a couple of laps around Centennial Park, which is the massive park right next to my place. And then we rode off on the roads to their cafe and we had a cup of coffee. It was really nice getting to meet people. I'm trying to put myself out there and go for all these group events and try to meet people in a more organic type of way, which has been intimidating but working out so far. Yeah, so I'm gonna join another group ride tomorrow morning. It's kind of a social ride. If you watched my previous vlog, you would know that I'm kind of scared of riding on the road, so I feel like starting out in a group is a great way to slowly segue into proper road riding. In a group, you don't have to worry about directions and where you're going and all that stuff. It's kind of nice to feel looked after in that way, so yeah, I'm gonna do more of that in the coming weeks and maybe share some updates. A final highlight was that I went for my first ever bushwalk. We started from the Taronga Zoo and hiked all the way, I think it was about 1.5 hours or 2 hours. It was quite an easy hike, but challenging enough that we were like sweating and everything. The weather was perfect. We hiked through some of the beaches in the north and ended up at Balmoral Beach, which was gorgeous. There were so many boats, so many children, like a happy, nice, pleasant kind of children who were not screaming and shouting and crying. My friend Atlee and I, we kind of adopted this little girl and started playing frisbee with her for a whole 20 minutes, which was so wholesome. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. And then we took the bus down and had McDonald's for dinner. So I tried my first McSpicy in Sydney, which tastes pretty similar to the one in Singapore. I would say it's been a balance of a social but also very introspective processing week. This morning I went for a run. It was my first 10k run in Sydney. First 10k run in a couple of weeks since my latest injury. And so far so good. I've been focusing a lot more on riding because I feel like it's such a great way to strengthen and like build up that aerobic base, but not really hammer your feet and those little ligaments. Yeah, so I'm just trying to be patient on that front. I feel myself getting fitter, not quite where I want to be yet before I start like a proper training block. I do want to document some of my key workouts, long runs, etc. as I build up for the Gold Coast Half Marathon, which is in July, so we still have a lot of time. Just trying to focus on building up an injury-free base, like a really solid, strong base before I do all that crazy shit. Yeah, sorry, my updates are all over the place because I'm really bad at organizing my thoughts, which is not so good given that I'm a lawyer. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna continue this catch up as I head out. On the agenda today, we are gonna explore some of the eastern beaches, main one being the famous Bondi Beach. I've been there a couple of times since I moved, absolutely love it. Love it more on the weekdays because it's so quiet and, well, it's not that quiet, there's still quite a bit of tourists, but better than the weekends. Like grab a coffee, just chill at the beach and soak in the vibes, maybe walk down to Coogee Beach and just check out the differences. I will see you later. Bye. I've got crazy hair right now because my hair was in a scrunchie all morning. I should give you guys a job update as well. So basically when I flew here, my work visa hadn't been approved yet and I entered on a tourist visa. But 2 days after I entered the country, my work visa was approved. I could finally finalize my start date and everything. TLDR, I'm starting work next week. 10th Feb's gonna be my first day. Very excited. Yeah, so I guess I'm just enjoying my last week of fun employment, spending time with myself, and we are walking to the bus stop now. See you guys later. Hey guys, the weather's really nice, it's really hot. I need to get better at applying sunscreen to the rest of my body. So I usually just focus on my face and I can feel myself burning. I left the beach, as you can tell, I am now in a mall. I was just chilling on the beach listening to a podcast by a 10K Olympian and one of my favorite marathoners, Alexi Papas. I randomly saw on Spotify that she did an episode with Rich Roll, the OG Rich Roll, who is probably my favorite podcaster, so I got really excited and listened to that for the last hour, which was really nice. And I made a pit stop in Westfield, which is where I am now, and I got a smoothie. I am gonna continue my journey down to another beach now, Coogee Beach. I've never been there before, so it'll be pretty interesting exploring it for the first time and walking around. I'm getting a little bit tired because I did do a 10K this morning, so I'm gonna take it easy. Bye, see you.
Just left Coogee Beach. It was a really cute, nice beach, slightly smaller than Bondi, but kind of similar, very busy as well. Sorry, it's a bit windy now. Yeah, I found it pretty cute and cool that there was this like pool structure attached to the beach, which really reminded me of the Bondi icebergs pool. Yeah, so it was kind of interesting seeing that parallel. I'm just gonna run some bicycle errands. I need to get a bike light and a proper ANZ certified helmet. Yeah, just gotta get more serious before I join these clubs. Got the goods! I just got home! Another relatively big life update is I finally found a more permanent place. If you recall, I'm staying in an Airbnb right now and I'll move out at the start of March. So yeah, I was looking around the area, like literally this specific road, because I love living here so much. And I found this lovely, perfect one-bedder. It's about a couple of minutes walk away from here, and it's even closer to the bus stop, which is perfect. So I'll probably move in there by the end of this month, February. Frustrating bit is it's unfurnished like most of the apartments here, so I will have to hunt for furniture and deck out the place. I'm a bit less excited about the whole furnishing aspect of it because back in Singapore I got my own place and I spent a lot of time and money decking it out. I'm just not ready to go through that whole process again, and renting a place and furnishing it, it's kind of different from when you own a place and you furnish it because it's not yours and you have to sell everything off again in the future. But yeah, these are all things to worry about in the future, and yeah, living in the present now. I am gonna end the vlog here. I will probably go for a short little ride in the evening. I just feel like I have so much energy and I've also been sleeping really well. My resting heart rate has fallen by 10 beats per minute in the last 2 weeks, which is ideal. I will try my best to squeeze in another vlog this week. I'll think of fun things to do before I start work next week. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.